Lesley, what did you notice 40 days after your partner died? You denied and dismissed your own emotions and took care of other people. And then what was the impact of doing that? How did that play out in your relational dynamics?
This has caused a lot of problems. So when I lost him and not dealing with my grief, and then
You found a distraction, didn't you?
yeah, I focused on the kids and dealing with them. And then I I was in a lot of pain, and I chose to just distract myself by going into a new relationship.
Yeah.
Which turned out to kind of be like an addiction, which is, I would say, the equivalent to starting crack cocaine, really.
Yeah.
For 6 years. And I just wanted the pain to end. But like any addiction, it always starts with pain and it always ends with pain.
Yeah. So knowing this, and it just kind of like came to light because we're trying to work through this codependent relationship, right? And then all of a sudden we discover how it's been a distraction for the real pain. So what did I do as the masochistic asshole?
My grief.
Right.
Basically, I lost my partner, and then a couple of years later, I lost my dad. So I have all this grief that I never dealt with, that I just blocked, suppressed, pushed away, which
And
put
distracted
me
with this guy.
I did. I put all my focus on this new person, which to me was the equivalent to being a drug addict. And I stopped feeling, which meant for the last 6 years, I didn't know what was wrong with me, but I literally would come home and be frozen and like stare and look around at my place. And I would start a project and I wouldn't finish it. And I just was frozen. And in our last session, you empathized with me and you shared with me your past relationship. And it was when you started to talk about your past relationship, something happened in me and I came to tears, which is not very often. I don't come to tears at all. I feel numb. And you said at that point, you didn't love yourself. And
that's why I chose that relationship.
Yeah. When you said that, that's a floodgate for me, because clearly I don't love myself. And then the tears came and we talked about the connection of the fact that I'm in this relationship, but yet everything's just kind of got mixed all together. Really, it's not the person has all this power, but it's not real. It's really that I need to grieve for my partner that I lost.
So what did I have you do, and as the exercise to really unfreeze all of it?
6 years ago, I took all the photos of me and my partner and I shoved them in a drawer and just thought, I'm just going to pretend like I'm just going to close off that whole chapter of my life. So Nima said to pull out the pictures and each day, like, send him a picture and of us and like a memory.
And a little story. Yeah.
Yeah. And because that's what I don't want to do. Right. So I don't want to feel. So.
And how did that feel to do that? Were you able to connect at all?
Oh yeah. It's emotional, right?
Beautiful.
But that's exactly what I need to do, is feel my emotions.
Yeah.
I need to feel them.
Instead of dismissing and denying for the last 6 years. This is like, when we talk about self-love, I'm not talking about bubble baths and pedicures, although I'm not opposed to those things. Go to town, right? Have fun. To sit and open up that drawer and sit and grieve and give yourself space to sit and just release is the most self-loving thing that Lesley can do. And that's not pedicures and bubble baths. It's actually acting like you're a person who's worthy, who does not need to have her feelings dismissed and denied anymore.
No. And what I want to say also to people is I probably have spent about over $1,000 in books, thinking I could think my way out of what you say a feeling problem. And it's like kind of a downward spiral. Here, I've spent $1,000 on books. I'm highlighting notes, and it really is like a trauma response because it's gotten me nowhere. That's
Right.
where it's gotten me. It's got me
Yeah.
nowhere. 6 years of reading books has gotten me nowhere. And then one session with you, I can't even put into words what it did.
Amazing.
I've come back to life.
Yeah. It releases you from a freeze response.
Yeah.
But what's the biggest obstacle?
Well, first of all, yourself, and you've got to
You
feel.
won't want to do it.
No, that's right. It's
You're
like
not going to
vomiting.
want to do it. You're
No.
not going to want to do it. You're going to want to avoid it. And that's why I used to be like, you need accountability. We can't do this alone. Amazing, Lesley. Thank you for sharing that.